name's Janelle and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some really easy and cute sewing projects that you can make with your scrap fabrics. I have a whole basket full of scrap fabrics that I've collected from past sewing projects, as I'm sure a lot of you do too. And with the craziness that's going on in the world at the moment, you probably don't feel like going fabric shopping much. So go and grab your scrap fabric stash and let's make some super cute projects out of those instead. First up, let's start with something super easy, some cute mismatched napkins. This project is perfect for some of your larger fabric scraps. Start by cutting your scrap fabric into squares. They can be any size really, but I'm making mine approximately 40 by 40 centimeters or 16 by 16 inches. Next, iron out any creases, then hem each side of your napkins by folding in the fabric by 1 centimeter or half an inch twice. Then stitch the hem down along each side of your napkin. Repeat for each square until you have a collection of cute mismatched napkins for your next dinner party. Next, let me show you how to make some contrasting pockets for your next dress. Start by cutting 4 pocket pieces out of a contrasting piece of scrap fabric from your stash. You can use my pocket template by downloading the template sheet I've made just for this video, which you can find in the description below. Next, overlock or zigzag along the curved edge of all 4 pocket pieces. Then, with right sides together, pin 1 pocket piece to the sides of both the skirt front and back pieces, approximately 10 centimeters or 4 inches from the top of the skirt piece. Stitch each pocket in place. Then, overlock or zigzag along the raw edge. Iron the pocket out, then with right sides together, place the skirt back onto the skirt front, matching the pocket seams. Pin in place and sew together, making sure to sew around the pocket edge. And now you have a nice surprise contrasting pocket in your new dress. Next, let me show you how to make this cute wall art. For this project, you will need your pieces of scrap fabric, one cut into a flag shape, some Vlisafix, which is a type of fusing used to make appliques, a pair of scissors, and a 30 centimeter or 12 inch piece of dowel. Again, you'll find all the templates for this project, including the Be Nice design, on the downloadable template sheet. If you'd like to use your own quote, start by writing it up back to front. It'll become clear as to why it needs to be back to front in a second. Then it's time to trace your design onto the Vlisafix. Vlisafix has a glue side, which is the rough side, and a paper side, which is the smooth side. Trace your back to front design on the paper side or smooth side of the Vlisafix. Then iron the design glue side down onto the back of your fabric. Once fused, carefully cut out your letters. Peel the paper backing off each piece, and there should now be a layer of glue fused onto the back of each letter. Lay out your letters with the glue side down onto your flag. This is why the letters needed to be written out back to front at the start. Fuse the letters in place by ironing them down, then hem the raw edges of the flag. make a loop at the top of the flag to feed the piece of dowel through. Then tie a piece of cord onto each end of the dowel and you're done. Next up, scrunchies. I've shared how to make scrunchies in a previous video, but it's honestly one of my favourite ways to use up scrap fabric, so I've decided to share it here in this video as well. Start by cutting a 50 by 10 centimetre or 20 by 4 inch rectangle from your fabric. Next, fold the two longest edges in about 1 centimetre or half an inch and iron flat. Then fold your fabric in half at the middle with the folded edge visible from the outside. Sew the fabric at the raw edge to create a kind of loop. Iron the seam flat, then fold the loop in half, wrong sides together, meeting the two folded sides together. Sew the folded side together, leaving a small opening at the end to thread the elastic through. Next, cut a 20 centimetre or 8 inch piece of elastic and using a safety pin, thread the elastic through the fabric casing. Tie the elastic together with a triple knot and sew the small opening close. Now, let me show you how to make a super cute hexagon quilt. Start by cutting out a bunch of hexagons out of your scraps. Again, download the template below. I've used my water erasable pen here to trace the hexagon shape directly onto the fabric to make it a little easier to cut out. Next, place the hexagons together with right sides together and again using your water erasable pen, mark each corner with a dot, approximately half a centimetre or quarter of an inch from the edge. Then sew from one dot to the other. Repeat until you've sewn a few rows of hexagons. To sew the hexagon rows together, repeat the exact process as before, but this time take a hexagon from one row and sew it to the other, again stitching from dot to dot as before. This part is quite fiddly and a bit hard to show clearly, and I'm definitely not a quilting expert, so I've shared a video in the description below that I found really helpful if you'd like some really clear instructions on how to go about this. Then, keep sewing hexagons until you're happy with the size of your quilt. This is such a great way to use up those small bits of scrap fabric that would otherwise just be thrown out. I'm planning on adding to mine over time as I collect new scraps, and I think it'll be a really nice way to showcase the fabric of all my sewing projects over the next few years. And now lastly, as a little bonus project, why not make a scrap fabric bundle to pass on as a gift to a sewing friend? Simply pick out a collection of scraps, pile them up nicely, then tie them up into a bundle with a piece of twine. hope you enjoyed this video and that it helps you use up some of the scrap fabrics you might have lying around. If you would like some more fun projects to make, then be sure to check out my 10-minute sewing projects that are already up on my channel. I also really hope that this video finds you safe and well. Look after yourself during these weird and uncertain times, and if you do have to self-isolate, then try to look at the positives, like maybe having to spend the day sewing and getting some of the things on your to-do list done. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to subscribe to my channel and come find me on Instagram at Rosary Apparel if you'd like to see some of the other things I make. Thanks for watching!